Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to VR Essentials, where we talk about the practical uses of virtual reality. Today we're talking about the Apple VR headset. There are more leaks. It's coming sooner than... Who knows when it's coming? Perhaps sooner than we anticipate. Everyone is saying 2022, but who knows? Hey Brad, how you doing? Hello mate, thank you very much for coming to the channel. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Are you excited about any news that concerns the Apple VR headset by any chance, or are you not really into Apple kind of products? What are you into? Good to see you. So let me just make sure, do let me know in the comments, by the way, if there's any issues with the sound or if the music is... Okay, the microphone sounds a little bit loud, so let me rectify that very quickly. Okay, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Hi guys, don't be shy. Do say hello in the comments below. Okay, cool. I think the microphone is better now. All right, there we go. Cool. So let's, sorry, just let me get rid of this box here and then let me just bring the stuff. So I posted on my Twitter, by the way, do follow us on Twitter. We're at VR Essentials 1. We posted an article which is by The Verge. So basically, it's reported that the next VR headset that is going to be launched by Apple is actually going to be 150 grams. Can you imagine? 150 grams. So let me just change this to this. There we go. So yeah, so it's 150 grams reportedly, which, you know, is much less than an actual iPhone, because an iPhone is reportedly 228 grams, which is crazy. So that's almost half, 100 grams off. And you know, any VR headset today is like 400, 500 grams. So that's going to be really interesting that Apple, you know, has spent 10 years, more than 10 years. They have thousands of employees who have been working on Apple Glass and also their VR headset for more than 10 years. So it's very exciting to see, you know, more news coming out about this, you know, and here's the article. So they say Apple's long rumored mixed reality headset. So is it going to be a VR headset or is it going to be a mixed reality headset? We don't know, because Foxconn apparently are the makers of the actual lenses, and apparently the front, so this is the HP Reverb G2, the front is not actually going to be plastic. It apparently is going to be glass or of a transparent nature. So it's very possible that it will be a mixed reality headset and not a VR headset only. So that's going to be very interesting whether you know, you can dive into VR and the glass will just be black and you can't see anything outside, and then you can have the option to switch the glass so that you can then see outside and have mixed reality experiences, which I think would be extremely interesting. So let me just carry on reading before I go back to your comments, guys. So which would much lighter than other headsets on the market. Yes, we completely agree with this. According to the new research note from Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo. So Ming-Chi Kuo is the guy who has currently been the spokesperson for Apple when it comes to basically all the leaks, all the rumors, anything that's come out about Apple has come more or less from this guy, Ming-Chi Kuo. So it will be lighter weight, mean Apple's headset could be easier to wear for longer periods of time. Well, sure, the lighter the better. And I think more importantly, what they maybe should have written here is it will be lighter, which will be easier for people to get into VR, because adoption of VR is not necessarily the issue about VR itself. The adoption issue is the fact that these things are huge. They're bulky, all right? I mean, 400 grams, 500 grams, it's not that heavy, but look at these. They're massive, right? They're absolutely huge. So that is really the issue when it comes to VR adoption at this moment in time, is the weight. Sorry, I'm trying to look for my battery because my camera is actually about to run out of battery. So that's really the issue about VR adoption at the moment, is the bulkiness, the design of the actual headset. This could weigh 50 grams, it wouldn't matter. The fact is it's massive, and that is the issue. We don't want something so massive on our head. We want something very slim, very slick. So yeah, guys, give me a minute. I'm just going to get my battery into my camera so that I don't have to worry about it. Okay, let me go here. Boom. Just going to put the music up for a little bit, and I will be right back. Okay. All right, so we're back. All right, so I think I can't find a spare battery, but sorry about that. So maybe my camera will just stop working and then that's it. So basically the article goes on to say that as attractive, light as this headset sounds, though, it might be a while until we get it to try it ourselves. Yes, that's true. So it's reportedly to come out in 2022. And also, there are some issues in terms of the pricing because some people are saying that the price, is going to be $3,000 US, something like that. But then, other people are basically saying that the price, if I go to Upload VR's article, they say that the price is actually going to be $1,000 US. So what is it going to be? Is it going to be around 1,000? Is it going to be more than $3,000 US? Because we know that they have an 8K resolution, display headset coming out, which is supposed to come out with a huge box, which is the size of a PC tower. So that's really big. So it's possible they might have two different versions of the headset. One that could be powered using the phone, and then another one powered using this big box. And then perhaps that is where the price difference is going to come. One will be, more targeted towards enterprise, perhaps, or those who really want an amazingly clear experience, versus maybe those who just want something on the go. Who knows? We don't really know. This is all speculation at the moment. At the end of the day, hey guys, hi Jerry, how's it going? Thanks for popping by. Hi Dirk, how you doing? Hey Alex, how you doing, man? Nice to see you again. Yeah, I know it's late. It's very late here. Yes, that's true. Let me just see your question. Sorry, because I had the other box that was open. Good luck. Thank you. Are there any native titles in the lineup? Well, that's the thing. We don't really know because at the end of the day, that's really what's going to win Apple, right? Apple's not going to win on, just coming out with a great headset. As I mentioned before, I don't know where my Pico Neo 2 is, but anyway, the Pico Neo 2 is fantastic. It's wireless, but it doesn't have the content inside, which is why they focus on the enterprise. So at the end of the day, if Apple doesn't have content inside, but Apple have $1 trillion in cash. I mean, they have more money than Greece that they're sitting on right now in their bank. So Apple have, and also they have the relationships with all the various different developers who have been developing apps on their Apple Store. They have relationships with all the entertainment business people. They have music, film, gaming. They have all the relationships. These guys, they're the only ones, to my belief at the moment. I mean, do comment below and let me know if you think that I'm wrong on this, but they're the only ones at the moment that, honestly speaking, can rival Facebook. They're the only ones. Microsoft don't really know how to do their products properly. That's the problem. They're missing that key guy inside of their management who can really take Microsoft and push them to the next level. That's the issue. Apple have the design expertise. They really know what they're doing, and they don't just do stuff for the sake of doing it. They do it with purpose, and they do it to make it better. So not just different, right? So I think that's really what's going to be extremely interesting about Apple, comparing them to Facebook, because Facebook aren't actually great product developers, to be honest with you. They're just very good at social stuff. They're not great at product stuff, although they're doing a great job with the current products. Apple are, I just believe Apple make great products that people want to buy. That's all I know. Facebook don't make products that people want to buy. Facebook made products that people want to buy now, but they don't want to buy them forever. If Facebook came out with a car tomorrow, or they came out with a phone, which they did, generally speaking, people don't really go and buy those things. But when Apple comes out with something, people want to buy Apple. They have that prestige, that something, right? So I think that's really what's going to be very, very interesting. Yeah, if HoloLens 2 was cheaper, also very true, it would really help to get more people to adopt and to potentially compete more with the likes of Facebook and all these kind of guys. So let me just go back to the article for a minute. Okay, here we go. Boom. Bish. All right, so we know that. Let me show you some pictures of the Apple VR headset that have been rendered in 3D from the drawing, which I think are very interesting. All right, here we go. So here's a render of the actual headset as to what it potentially could look like. I mean, it looks really nice. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be the final product. If it's going to be that slim, it's going to be amazing, right? I mean, really, really amazing. Who knows what it's going to look like? But if this is the expectation of something that we're looking for, forget any other VR headset in the market at the moment. This is something that's really going to set the trends, you know, and really make a difference, I think, in the world of VR, and really help, I believe, adoption. Because as I mentioned before at the beginning of this live stream, that the problem with adoption is not so much the weight, it's the actual design and how bulky it is. This looks really, really nice. I mean, what do you guys think about this design? Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Jerry. Of course, Oculus definitely have the lead in terms of VR development. Oh, my camera's gone, so I have no more battery, unfortunately. I don't know where my other spare battery is. It's the law of whatever you call it, which is when you're looking for something, it just goes missing. Oh man, I have to find it later. So sorry about that, guys. You're just gonna have to hear my voice, unfortunately. So yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's a very interesting question, Brad. I don't think Apple are going to force us to have to use an Apple login to use it, but I think it's going to be the same as Facebook, because at the moment you need to log into your Apple iTunes or whatever it's called to download your games, right? If I'm not wrong. So, or download your apps on your phone. So it's very possible that we will need to actually access the headset using a login. But I think the biggest difference between Apple and, you know, the likes of Facebook and I would go as far as to say Microsoft also, you know, is privacy. I think Apple, you know, regardless of what they do with our data, we have no idea what they do with it, right? I mean, that's the bottom line. But at the end of the day, they don't have a bad reputation. That's also what's important to know. You know, when there was that crime that happened a couple of years ago, and the FBI, or I don't know, the NSA was trying to crack inside of one of the suspects' phone, or the actual guy who committed the crime, they were trying to get in the phone, and you know, they said no, we won't allow you to. I mean, you know, this is the kind of stuff that you know, really gives Apple, you know, the reputation. I mean, I don't know about in the US, but I'm talking about, you know, in our part of the world, Apple doesn't have a bad reputation at all when it comes to privacy. So if Apple are going to ask us to log in with our own details to operate the VR headset, then I think people will just not have an issue with that. But with Facebook, though, it's a different kettle of fish, as we say, because at the end of the day, we know what they do with our data, and we know that it's not in our benefit. So we're a bit more hesitant. I mean, most of us anyway. Even those who are you know, currently using the Facebook account to log into the VR headset are doing it. You know, they're not happy about it. So you know, it just goes to show that reputation and branding really you know, is going to really make a difference, I think, in terms of the sales when it comes to logging in with a device that requires to, you know, use their own login details to operate the actual device itself. Microsoft are trying, you know, they might actually be buying Discord, and Discord is this huge social media. And of course, Microsoft really want to own a social media because they want to do the same thing as Facebook. Microsoft don't have the greatest reputations when it comes to privacy either, but they're not as bad as Facebook, of course. I would say they're in between Facebook and Apple, to my knowledge. So they're really they really need a social media to be able to tap onto, more people's data so that they can create more and more products that, are more in tune with what people want, I guess. So they're trying to buy, Discord. Discord is a social media for the geeks, let's say, that's used, by all the development studios, 3D studios, animation studios, people in VR, gaming, that kind of stuff. So that's going to be very interesting as to how it develops. Yeah, actually, you're right. It does kind of look like the sleep masks. You're right. It also does look like the actual, Ready Player One, you know, Ready Player One goggle. If I just go and get the movie, I mean, it looks almost the same, right? It looks very, very similar. Let me try to find a large. Okay, there we go. It should be larger. No, tiny little pictures. Okay, let's just do this then. There we go. I mean, it's kind of going there, right? If you look at this design and you look at this design, they actually look very, very similar, right? So that's really interesting. But I think also what's interesting about the current mock-up, the 3D mock-up, is that there's no speakers. So, that's also going to be something that's, going to be very interesting. And I think it's great. I mean, Apple at the end of the day have great camera technology and great lens display technology. They know what they're doing. They've been in the business of making, really slick things, accessories for people for decades now. So really exciting to see what they can really bring to the table. But coming back to the beginning of the actual, the actual live stream, the fact that it's only going to be 150 grams. I mean, I don't really understand is technology really that far-fetched that, are we really why can't Facebook make something that's 150 grams? That's really what I'm asking myself. And also why it's 150 grams and, it's going to cost between $1,000 and potentially $3,000. So which one is it going to be? And if Facebook, have apparently 10,000 people working in VR, which I, by the way, do not believe this number at all. Maybe they're counting the accountants. Who knows? I don't know. The clerks, the assistants, the administrative people, maybe. I don't think they have 10,000 engineers or developers working in VR, AR. I really doubt that. But anyway, why can't they come out with something that's 150 grams? I don't know. So it's very interesting to see the fact that, excuse me, we're looking at a 150 gram product that is lighter than an iPhone. I mean, isn't that crazy? How can a VR headset be lighter than a mobile phone? I really don't understand. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. Yes, hi, Brad, we do have a Discord, but it's just that we don't have many people in it, and I'm not really promoting it. So that's why I use it for personal reasons more than the YouTube channel. But thank you very much for your suggestion. It's a really, really good suggestion. So, hey, German Rifter, how you doing? Thanks for joining the stream, man. Yeah, we definitely do need more competition for sure. I totally agree with you. And I think this is what's really exciting, is that they really are the only ones, that are going to bring the competition to the table, because HTC, as you all know, guys, this year are going to release a standalone VR headset, and we're all very excited about this. But again, we don't have any specs about it. We don't know how much it's going to weigh. We don't know what technology it's going to have inside. We know that all the games are streamed via the Vive port. Viveport, honestly speaking, has some issues. You need a very good internet connection in order to stream your games via Viveport. I know because I tried, and unfortunately, I just did not renew my subscription to Viveport because there is a problem there. Unless you have a really good internet connection and also an extremely good router, perhaps 6G router would be great, but they're very costly. They're about well, 500-600 US dollars for 6G. I don't know the cost anymore, but when they first came out, they were extremely expensive, certainly out of my price range. So, it's going to be very interesting to see how HTC come onto the market before Apple does, and see whether they can really make give Facebook a run for their money before Apple releases their VR headsets. There's also some other news about Apple, which came out a few days ago, which is new features of the actual VR headset itself. So let me just read them. The up and coming Apple VR and mixed reality headset may have an interesting feature, according to analyst Mincha Kuo. They claim that it will actually have eye tracking movement, and blinking, and may even include biometric iris recognition. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. So I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll put a link in the description. Let me just put a link to these articles in the stream so you guys have them. So this is the iris technology for the actual Apple itself. So this is very exciting because they're coming out with all this stuff. We know that eye tracking movement technology is definitely something that is in the pipeline because we have Deca Gear with the Deca Move, sorry, not Deca Move, Deca Face or Deca Facial something, where basically you can recognize your facial expressions. Deca Gear VR headset will be a tethered VR headset, however, and we also know, of course, very recently HTC released their facial trackers, which also enable people to, be able to, track the movement of the face as well. Okay, just give me, because my video is not working anymore, let me see if I can actually upload a JPEG of me maybe, just so that you guys know who you're talking to, or where the voice is coming from maybe. Let me just upload an image. Okay, browse, desktop, where are you? Here. Where are pictures? Where did I put the pictures? Okay, they're not in here. I thought they were in here. Oh, thumbnail tools. Okay. Okay, let me just choose a picture very quickly. I think this one will do just fine. There we go. And then I'll just bring it down like so. Okay, so at least you guys can, it's me. So I think there'll be a bit nicer for you to know that I'm there. So yeah, so coming back to this, so HTC have released a facial tracker which enables people to basically recognize, their facial movements and do all types of different emotions, including, sad faces, happy faces, sticking your tongue out, and all that kind of stuff. Hey, Guy Decking, how you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. Very cool. Very nice to meet you. Thanks for being part of here. We're talking about the new Apple VR headset, of course. So they come out with this thing, HTC, and then Deca Gear will come out with their own thing. So now it seems that Apple are also going to come out with something similar, which is basically eye tracking movement would mean, I guess, several different things. First of all, it could mean when you're looking at something, they have blinking. Okay, so you could look at something, you blink, and then maybe what will happen is that instead of using a mouse to open something or using a trigger with your controller, you can just blink on it and then boom, it will open it or it will change something, right? So that could be one of the features that they're talking about. Then the other feature could be eye tracking, meaning that if you're going to look, let's say, at something in front of you, then obviously everything behind will blur. and then if you look behind that object that's in front of you, then the object in front will then blur. So, and then the objects behind will, become crystal clear. So it could have that, maybe, who knows. That's going to be very interesting. Do you know how much it will cost? Well, I mean, we spoke about this. So basically, the latest headlines are by Upload VR. They say that it's going to cost $1,000. So how can 150-gram VR headset cost $1,000 US? I don't know. I really don't know. But this comes from the product guy, Mincho Kuo. Last month the information claimed that to have viewed images of late-stage prototype, which show a sleek curved visor attached to the face. It also claimed the headset had dual 8K panels, 12 cameras. I mean, that's crazy. Target price $3,000 US. Contrary to the information's report, Kuo expects the headset to be priced around $1,000 US. So, I don't know, guys. The reports are saying 1,000 US, but Mincho Kuo, the product guy, is saying 1,000. Sorry, the reports are saying 3,000. He's saying 1,000. What is it going to be? I think it's going to be both. That's my honest opinion. I think Apple are always in the game of diversifying the product line. They always have two tiers in the pricing for different kind of products to try and meet as many people as possible. So it's very plausible and probable that Apple will have two products, one which will have this. So let me show you very quickly. So if we look at the patent drawings, in the patent drawings, which is this one here, there is a, let me try to find it. There it is. It's here. So, all right, there we go. So in the patent, you can clearly see that there's a big box here, right? So in this box, basically, is supposed to be the size of a PC tower. Now that's going to be very heavy. So that could be the 8K 12 camera, VR headset. That's going to be more or less, I think, perhaps for enterprise market or for very, very wealthy people, one or the other. And then maybe what we're going to see, if we look at, for example, the Apple Glass. So this is the Apple Glass patent. Now the Apple Glass patent hooks up to your phone, and then that's how it's going to be powered. It'll be powered by your phone. So it's very possible that there'll be two. I mean, I'm just speculating. I don't know for sure. I'm just trying to put logic together. 2 + 2 = 5 kind of thing. So it's very possible that the $1,000 VR headset or mixed reality headset will have, first of all, not 12 cameras and won't be 8K. Maybe it'll be 4K, and maybe it'll have 4 cameras or something. And then maybe it will be heavier and the design will slightly be different and blah blah blah. And then also maybe you will have to use the phone to power it, because the FOV and maybe the frames per second, the hertz, the actual chip inside that they will use and all this kind of stuff. Maybe the quality of the hardware to put it together won't be as good as perhaps the 8K with the 12 cameras that will actually need the box in order to render everything to be whatever it's supposed to be. Who knows? I got no idea. So all I'm saying is that it's most probable that Apple have a strategy that will be a dual pricing strategy, dual product strategy. If we were to look at their other products, including their Apple Watch and also iBooks, iMacs, all these other products, not just the iPhones, they have a whole fleet of different prices with different specs inside. Also, memory is going to be another thing. One might have 1 TB, another one might have 5 TB of memory space. Who knows, right? So I'm just saying this is generally what Apple play around with in order to bring prices down. They have a price of entry, and then they have a price for pros. So and hardcore fans, hardcore loyal buyers. So it's very possible that they'll have two different products for price at different things, which is why some reports are at 3,000 US dollars and then others are priced coming out at 1,000 US dollars, if that makes any sense. Well, I mean, I don't think the VR, Brad, I don't think the VR headsets can replace, computers now. It is where we're trying to go. That's where the industry is heading, but we're not there yet. It's going to take maybe, I'll go as far as to say 50 years before computers are obsolete. It will be when I'm 90 years old or 100 years old, and there will be no more computers. I don't think it'll be 10 years from now. I think it's going to take a lot longer before computers become obsolete, and laptops. But we are definitely heading towards that direction for sure, because laptops are becoming smaller. They're becoming more powerful. I mean, you could not put an RTX 2080 inside of a laptop 5 years ago, right? I don't think you could. So the fact that you can put an RTX 2080 and power a VR headset from a laptop today, as well as with as much graphical power as a PC tower, I think that's pretty amazing. So 10 years from now, of course, the technology will be miles better than now, but I just don't think that they'll be obsolete at this moment in time. So I think if you're going to spend 3,000 US dollars or 1,000 US dollars on a VR headset by Apple, you'll still need to buy, a computer to run your daily things. So yeah, so basically that's it. Let me just go finish the article very quickly to see if they had any other things that were interesting here. Everything we know about the Apple mixed reality, okay, is already tipped to come with a number of external sensors, okay. Rumors claim that they're built to handle see-through AR capabilities. Yes, so it will be a mixed reality headset. Now, I think the LiDAR technology is what's going to be very interesting, because Apple iPhones now have LiDAR, which are they the first phones in the world to have LiDAR? I believe they are. And they can scan your entire room. I mean, oh my God, that's just crazy. A VR headset that can scan your entire room, and then you can play AR games inside of your room using LiDAR. I think that's going to be really, really amazing, really something. To have LiDAR on a VR headset will be crazy, absolutely crazy. But Apple clearly isn't stopping there. Quote claims that the Apple headset will feature sophisticated eye tracking. Okay, we just talked about that, which will be able to detect exactly where users are looking and whether they're blinking. This could take the place of handheld controllers. So that's going to be interesting to see. I think if Apple, honestly speaking, if they release a VR headset with no controllers, that's going to be a big... I think we still need controllers. I think it's human nature that we need controllers. So if they're not going to release controllers, that's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to, progress on that one. So yeah, mid 2022 is the potential date, but honestly speaking, it could be before. Although they probably do have to do an announcement. And also, I believe that the Apple Glass has to be compatible with the new iPhone that will come out, the iPhone 13. And also, I heard that the Apple 13 is not going to have Facebook app on it. So I don't know whether they've changed that, whether it will have the Facebook app on it or whether it won't, which will be very interesting, which means that basically people may not be able to download the Oculus app on the next Apple iPhones. Would that go against the anti-competitive laws in the US? I do not know, but I hope they do it. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Yes, I did. No, I did. Yes, I did. But that will be very interesting. That'll be extremely interesting to see how Apple are going to react, in terms of what apps they're, whether they're going to allow Facebook and Oculus, apps on their iPhones for people to download after iPhone 13 comes out, and Apple release, their next VR headsets. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. I'm very sorry that my camera ran out of battery. I did recharge it, but anyway, such is life. We're live. Tomorrow there will be another video coming to the channel. I spent about 20 hours testing Assetto Corsa Competizione with all the various different graphics. So I'll be giving a two-part video. One part will be how to get you started and get the best graphics as is. And then there'll be another video the following day with a hack where apparently you can increase the FPS by 25%. Basically, I had about 45 FPS. That's the most that I could get, and then boom, it went all the way up to 65. That's amazing using this hack. So I will be doing a two-part video. The other part video will show you all the hack, how to install it, and all that kind of stuff. So there you go. All right, guys, thank you very much for coming to the stream. Really appreciate it. I shall see you guys in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Have fun.